the family atmosphere is the first thing that I noticed. So when they began to make music, it was so natural that I could see Branford and, you know, Wynton Marsalis, I could see Cannonball and Nat Adderley, I could see Jimmy and Tootie Heath, I could see all of these great family combinations in music, and the fact that they are brothers is just part of the equation, I think. One of the things that's beautiful about what they do, they sort of have that rare gift that not too many musicians have, which is the sort of a telepathy that goes beyond the fact that they're brothers. They actually know what they're doing musically. Some people can play together that are related, but don't understand what the other person is doing. And for me, being a musician who's somebody's, you know, a serious musician, that was the first thing that I noticed. I said, these guys, beyond being brothers, have been working together, obviously can know what to do theoretically, harmonically, rhythmically, at the spur of the moment, which is what the essence of music is about. And that's a very, very rare thing to have. And not too many people in the history of music have had that.
It's original and, you know, most important, it's fun. It's like it has a groove, you know, and it has melody, and I was thinking to myself, wow, this is kind of what I've been waiting for in a lot of respects. And here's guys who are actually looking to the future, and they're, you know, not too old to appreciate what the kids might latch onto, and it's something that it can grab you. It's not just a tradition. It's music that just comes from the heart, and there's improvisation, and it's real. It's real music.
Well, actually, I've called up people and told them about it and said, oh yeah, no, I've heard about those cats. Where did you see them? You know, this friend of mine who's a bass player, you know, said he'd heard about Itai. The heights are attained by people who are willing to live in the music, in the moment, and go to great lengths to get to make that music. And so, you know, if somebody tells you that there's a little club where you hear great live music, well, I'm likely to check that out, you know. One of my best experiences going to hear live music ever was at the Forum, and it's because of what happened in the show. It was a Peter Gabriel show, and I don't know what happened on the way in. I don't remember going in, but I remember leaving. It was one of those shows where Peter fell backwards into the audience and the audience passed him around. It was like communion, you know? Like everybody sort of, you know, partook of the host, and it was this thing, you know, and they put him back on the stage, and as people left that place, it was like, it was transcendent. People stood around in the parking lot. People didn't know if they were standing in front of their car or somebody else's, and people were just looking at each other like they knew each other. And that's what happens when great music gets played. Now that's what happened when I was watching MAETAR play in this club, and I did know, you know, a lot of these people, some of these people. But I didn't know him the same way after I heard MAETAR play as I knew him before. You know, that's it. When you hear something great, you look at somebody like with real appreciation for a transcendent moment, then you've shared something together. I think that's my, you know, my favorite thing about any music. You know, it's rare for me to get it just from a CD.
Hi everybody, I'm Simmons. I wanted to take a moment to tell you that instrumental music is worth listening to. There's some really good musicians out there who are doing very interesting things. Maybe it doesn't have to be either rap or emo or country. Maybe it's time for different sorts of music to get in there. Listen to a new band called MAETAR as an example. There's a lot of wonderful jazz, there's fusion stuff, there's a lot of great rock, and when you can find a good combination of that, it's worth giving a listen.
I spent the last 4 years on the road with Herbie Hancock and George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic, my own band, touring my own records. And I love the jazz festival scene because, and the best of it is when it's both serious musicianship and uplifting, and that's exactly what MAETAR has. It's, they've got such a deep musical understanding, and their musicianship is tasty and intricate and challenging, yet it never feels forced, and it's always uplifting, and it feels fun to dance to, and it's sexy, and it's just a great time.
MAETAR with this very cool trumpets and bass lines, you know, interweaving. It's super cool, and with the new compositions, and it sounds like jazz, but also has other things in it. So we should not necessarily try to label the band as simply jazz, because they are open to all the other types of sounds. So it's very young and very hip. And I think that's where the doors open to possibilities. So I think when you have less to start with, instruments, it gives you a lot of space and opens up to creativity. And once you have this kind of a white canvas, musical canvas, you start kind of plugging things and bringing the colors into the music. And of course, being young, I'm pretty sure initially they played rock and many other styles of music. So they bring that aspect also of music into this new sort of jazz.
The music that they're playing is something that's going to be new to you, no matter who you've heard before. What they're doing has not been done before on the level I think that they're doing it on. So no matter what your taste may be, when you finally hear them and see them, again, it's going to sound like 15 people on stage, but it's only 2 or 3. And I just think it's just it's from the heart is what it is. So if you're a person who's breathing, you're going to love the music. If you're not breathing, then, you know, I don't know what else to say, you know, but if you're breathing, you'll love MAETAR. Simple as that.